Tylore. Greetings, fellow travelers, it is I once again. 'Tis a season to be jolly. 'Tis a season for family gatherings. 'Tis a season for getting in traffic and going shopping and buying people gifts that they may or may not like. It's Christmas time, and also Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, all the days. But I had a lot of fond memories during the Christmas season, the family gatherings, the traditions, the drama, and of course the gifts. And that goes into the main point of the video. I want to share you guys a story of when I got one of the best, if not the best, Christmas present I've ever gotten. It all starts in 2002 when I was 8 years old and Beyblades were the thing. To give a little background what Beyblades were, they're pretty much these pimped out tops that originated from a popular anime of the same name. What you would do is that you would put them in these launchers and load this, what was called a ripper, into the launcher, and whenever you would pull the launcher, they would have these teeth on it, and it would spin the launcher. So whenever you would pull these rippers, and believe it or not, the slogan was "Let it rip," these things will go so fast you would hear like this, you like put your hand in there and you would get like your hand sliced off. So what you would do is that you would launch yours and then your other friend would launch theirs and they would start colliding into each other. You would get a stadium and whoever would get knocked out or whoever would stop spinning first would lose. And that was the game. So there was a lot of competition, there was a lot of intensity. It was super cool. Like, Beyblades were like fidget spinners today. These things were crazy. Like, you would be able to customize them, put weights on them. There were different like stats. There were tournaments for Beyblades because there was like a strategy to it because it became all physics. So my friend Ivan had a plethora of these things. I mean, he had like different weights, faces, and you know what was called bit chips. Had a little animated picture on it. It was just super cool. It was just the thing of 2002. And I remember going to Ivan's house and just playing with those things for hours and just having a complete blast. And it seemed like all my friends had one, but I was the only one that didn't. So whenever Christmas came around, for like the first time ever, I knew exactly what I want. So naturally, my mom asked me during the season, "Hey Tyler, what do you want for Christmas?" And I say, "Mom, I would totally love a Beyblade." And she was like, "Whoa, what's that?" Now my mom was one of those types that she like thought like Pokemon and like anything from Japan were of the devil. She's not like that anymore. She's gotten a lot cooler now. I think us having geek sons will do that to you. So I'll explain what it is, and she pretty much shuts me down. You know, she says, "No, you're gonna lose it, or you're gonna replace it with something else." And most of the time she would be right, but she didn't understand that this would become like one of my prized possessions. Even though my room would be a wreck, I would know exactly where it is. And I wanted to have one so bad because it was just so super cool. And I remember a specific one that my friend Ivan had that seemed to be undefeatable. It looked different than the other ones, but I knew I wanted one just like that. So my mom's mother, also known to me as Nana or Nana Claus, if we wanted Pokemon cards, anime, games, action figures, she was our source. Mom and her had this system where Nana would get us the wants and then Mom would get us the needs. Clothes, school supplies, stuff that we would find extremely boring. But of course now I appreciate because she actually gave a rip. And I know that I'm privileged to have a mother that really did care about my needs, and that's something I'll always be thankful for. So Nana takes us shopping at Toys R Us, and I'm over here, and she just tells me, "Okay, Tyler, go pick out what you want." And I'm running all over the store. I'm looking at Zoids and Legos and, you know, Gundam and all this kind of stuff that I'm into, games. And then I get to this section that has the Beyblades, and everything stops. And I'm just like, oh my God, here they are. Here are all the Beyblades. And I'm looking high and low for the one that I want. And then there it was. Cyber Dragoon. This thing was so cool. I was soon to find out that it had this mechanism where like if you hit the side of it, a spring would pop up that would make it higher. Therefore, like, you know, the center of gravity would like change. It was like a bunch of like scientific, it was like a rocket science made, you know, and it looked so innovative. And all I knew is I wanted it. So I take it off the shelf and I'm running. I'm trying to find my Nana because I don't know where she's at. And I'm just like, "God, where's my Nana up here?" And I can only imagine people like in the store like feeling like, is this kid getting chased, trying to get kidnapped or something? Like, what's going on? So I find her and I'm like, no, this is the one I want. This is the one I want. This is the one I want. You give me this one. In her puzzled, confused state, because she don't understand why I'm so excited about this thing, she was just like, "Okay, well, we'll see." what I didn't understand is that was pretty much code for, okay, you got it, expect you on Christmas, but I didn't get that memo yet. There was this anticipation that I'd be like, is she seriously just saying maybe? Even though she sees how excited I am? So that's where the tension kind of starts, because I really wanted this. So fast forward to Christmas Eve, we have this tradition where we go over to Nana's house and we get to choose one present that we can open up early. And we go to her house and we don't immediately start opening presents. We eat, have fellowship, and just kind of, you know, talk amongst ourselves. So Kyle and I were probably playing video games, Super Smash Brothers, or like Mario Party, slowly destroying our brothership. Nana kind of gives, okay, well, you guys ready to open the presents? And my heart starts beating so fast. I'm just like, oh my God, I'm so excited. So he picks out his present, he opens it up, he's like, oh, well, that's cool. But my mom, you know, she has to be a mom and take like 5 pictures of him with his present, and he has to give like a speech about it. You know how moms are. So then I'm up. It seems like time just stops. I'm like feeling around for the present, shaking it. My dad's over here like, son, just open up a present. You know, you gotta open up all of them tomorrow. And my dad just has no idea how intense this is. I was on a mission, a quest, a pilgrimage to getting this Beyblade and to completing myself. I know it's just over the top, but that's how it was, man. When you're 8 years old and you just want something, it just becomes everything. So I find one of the presents and I recognize its shape, and immediately I grab it, ripping into shreds. Mom's over here being like, save the bow and don't look at the card. And with zero consideration, I am just going full force. And it's not the Beyblade. It's actually a Zoid that I also asked for, but I wasn't as excited about. I collected Zoids when I was a kid. I actually still have a few. You guys remember Zoids? Like, you know, who still has these things? So you would think I would be like in tears and like crying and be like, I didn't get it. You know, I knew I was gonna have, you know, there was always tomorrow. And I was never really promised that I was gonna be getting it. I wouldn't be like super like depressed if I didn't get it. So now we're at Christmas Day. And my mom, she was so smart. Like I said, Nana and her had this deal where Nana would get the wants and Mom would get the needs. So the needs were just at the house. So even if we tried to open up our presents early, we would get like school supply, notebook, textbooks, and clothes, just all the stuff that we found super lame and boring. Nana had all the toys, the games, and everything. So she would bring over all the presents and then we would have Christmas together. So then I'd see that green Chevy Malibu drive up. I know all the presents are in there, and Mom and Dad go help her bring the presents in. We had to eat. We had to talk. My dad has to get the big old trash can ready, crank up his Christmas mixtape, which consists of Charlie Brown Christmas, Christmas Gospel, Trans-Siberian Orchestra. We got Christmas Story playing in the background. I am just dying of excitement over here. So my brother goes first. He does all his presents. And like I said, Mom has to do like a 5-minute interview with each present he gets. So then what seems like hours later, I'm finally up. So I get all my presents, and Mom wrapped them all differently so they wouldn't be confused. Of course, I open them up, and of course I have to like a 5-minute show and tell. You know, if it's closed, gotta go try it on. It's like, oh, let's see if it fits. So I go through all my presents, and no Beyblade. Slightly disappointed, but everybody's there, so I can't just like be like really sad about it. So Mom goes up, Dad goes up, and of course Nana goes up. All the presents are done, and my mom, in her sneaky self, says, oh wait, I forgot a present. Apparently, Nana noticed my excitement for this gift, and they had this thing where they like hid it from me. They really wanted to see me freak out and get it. Again, anticipation is rising. I'm like about to die from a heart attack from all the excitement and anticipation I've had. So she brings down a present, wrapped in a box, so I don't know what it is. It could be it. So I open up the box, and there it was. I felt complete. The Beyblade! Like the Hallelujah chorus started going all. In fact, I believe there was a gospel version remix of the Hallelujah chorus started playing. The heavens opened up. My pilgrimage is complete. I have the sacred Beyblade. There was just so much. All day I played with that thing, spinning all over the kitchen. You know, Mom's always tripping on it. And I just remember how awesome this Beyblade was. It was like undefeatable. It was like I would beat all my friends with it. It was awesome. It became one of my prized possessions. I mean, my room was a wreck, but I knew exactly where that Beyblade was. Sadly, though, I can't say exactly where it is now. About a month later, we were playing in the street. My Beyblade got knocked back into a sewer. And I was just like, no! And we started like opening up the manhole and, you know, doing illegal stuff. And I climbed in the freaking sewer and I started like digging through the sewage sludge. I just couldn't find it. I was pretty bummed. And that taught me a thing about responsibility. Sadly, I was kind of an irresponsible kid. I lost stuff all the time. But more and more I started getting responsible, kind of learning the hard way. That was probably my most intense and greatest gift experiences of my life. So thanks for watching, guys. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. Till we meet again, fellow travelers. Safe travels. Fare thee well. Camera off.